Welcome, everyone, to Mindful Movement. You are joining a Brain Northwest programming class today, and we have the privilege of having one of our lovely instructors returning today, Jessica Shirley. She is a certified health coach, personal trainer, and yoga instructor, as she has so graciously put on her slide. The world is filled with acronyms, so writing it out is super helpful, even for me who works in a world of acronyms in my own work. So thank you for being with us here today, Jessica, and supporting us and guiding us in this class as we are in and entering more into holiday season, kind of the darker time of the year too, sunlight wise. And we're about to turn a corner on that though, which is exciting. Um, Getting closest to the shortest day so that we can start making our way to the longest day of the year. So again, Jessica, it's always a privilege to be able to be with you and learn from you and to be with all of those who are attending. So thank you. And take it away.
Thank you so much, Resi. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to be with you both, Lynn and Penny, today. Okay, welcome to Mindful Movement. So we're going to really be focusing on staying active and just having an active lifestyle when it's really hard to have an organized workout every day. It's hard for a lot of people, including myself, right? Time just slips away. So let's dig in. Okay, so what are we going to explore today? We are going to look at what is mindful movement. Excuse me, we are going to explore the benefits of mindful movement. We're going to kind of go over how small movements make a big difference, including posture reset, stretches, walking, and breathing with intention. We're going to go over some tools that help you stay consistent. We're going to teach you how to build a weekly movement plan, and I've created a handout that you can print out for once a week to kind of keep track of your movement plan. And then we're going to just end our session with a little guided breath and grounding practice because I like to do that and give and lead by example. So let's get started. And if you have any questions along the way, this is a small class. Feel free to stop me. It's fine. So let's dig in. What is mindful movement, or I like to say active living? Mindful movement, it means that you're moving your body with curiosity and intention instead of being on autopilot. You know, we get caught up in our work or our chores, our hobbies, or even our TV shows, and we just kind of keep doing the same motions and movements every day. Um, it's choosing gentle motion while we're noticing how our body feels, how we're breathing, and how our energy shifts. And it's not about intensity, it's about using your movement to reconnect with your body's signals, to reset overwhelm and fatigue, to help your nervous system find calm and clarity, and to just improve your overall health and well-being. Even a few short stretches, a short walk, a posture reset counts as mindful movement. And these things add up over time. The more little tidbits we can add into our day, they're going to add up to the bigger picture. Okay. Benefits of mindful movement are twofold. They're physical and mental. There's many benefits. So for our physical benefits, we're going to reduce our stress, lower our blood pressure, enhance relaxation and sleep quality, reduce muscle tensions and pain, improve balance and coordination, support posture and joint health, increase energy without overwhelm, boost your circulation and mobility. Mental benefits include improving focus and concentration, reducing anxiety and depression, boosting your emotional regulation and resilience, build awareness and self-trust. Also, just create a sense of control and safety inside your body, unless you know that you are in charge. So how can we bring more of this into our daily life? Well, the first tool that we're going to go over are gentle stretches. So here's a list that I've curated of gentle stretches that can be done most of all of them can be done seated at your desk. If you're watching your favorite show, this can all be done at home or in your desk office. So I'm going to back my chair up a little bit. And we're going to start with shoulder rolls and stretches. And that is just as simple as it sounds. Let's just roll those shoulders down and back, maybe one at a time. If you want to try to touch your hands behind your back, that's a nice stretch. You one over and one under. You can alternate. It's okay if you can't touch them. You're just reaching towards each hand. So if you can see my back, I've got one hand trying to touch each other, and then you switch and you do the other side. So maybe you've got a reminder set that you want to take a 1 minute stretch break at your desk, and you're going to just do some shoulder rolls and some shoulder stretches. Okay. You could even kind of just reach over, stretch them across, whatever works for you, whatever feels good. And remember, we're listening to our body. We're doing what feels good. Typically, when we're sitting at a desk, this constant posture is really hard on our shoulders, and most of us have to do that at some point, right? So, next, shoulder rolls and stretches are a great way. And then next, we're going to move into neck rolls and stretches. So again, sitting at your desk, if your alarm just went off, it's time to take a little stretch break. You can start by just dropping one ear to your shoulder and rolling nice and slow, looking up towards the ceiling, and continue those rolls. And do 3, 4, 5 in one direction, making sure you're breathing while you're doing so. And then you always want to go in the opposite direction. Okay, we always want to evenly distribute our movements. Repetitive movement injuries are very common, so we want to keep it switched up for ourselves. So we've got the neck rolls, and then stretches would be something as simple as dropping one ear to one shoulder. Maybe we want to even give ourselves a little extra help there. And you could drop your chin down and look towards, I hate to say it, but your armpit. That's nice. It's a nice little stretch there. We come back up to center and make sure we do the other side, dropping our ear to our shoulder. Deep breaths, looking down, chin to chest, giving a different angle stretch for our neck. So doing what feels good here. Next, we can move on to spine mobility waves and twists. So if you've ever done yoga, this would be like a seated cat-cow. So you're sitting at your desk. It's time to do some spinal waves. So we're just going to inhale up, look towards the ceiling, arch our back nice and tall. Then we're going to exhale and just kind of round our back, drop our chin to our chest, pull our pelvis in towards our chin, kind of making it round. Spinal mobility waves, inhaling up, arching our back, just seated in our chair, feet are on the floor. Round our back, drop our chin to our chest. Give yourself a couple of mobility waves. Get that spine moving in all the directions. Again, these can be done a couple minutes at a time. They add up throughout the day. And if you would like to do a twist, all you need to do is keep your feet planted on the ground, looking forward, and then shift your upper body, open it towards the side, but keep your feet looking forward. Just doing a gentle twist in our seat. You can place one hand behind you if you like, and then place a hand on your knee if you want a little help in the twist. Always remembering to do both sides. And it's really good to try to hold your twist or your stretch. Um, I would say at least 30 seconds if you can, if it's comfortable. And then maybe that's something you build up towards. And there's some stretches that I hold for up to like 3 or 4 minutes, depending. Um, just as long as you're doing both sides and listening to your body. Next, we're going to look at wrist and ankle circles and stretches. That's really straightforward. It's time for a break. Let's put out the hands in front of us. Arms are straight. Then we'll pull our hand and wrist down, giving us that stretch, feeling that on the top of our forearm. And then we'll opposite direction, pulling it back. So again, I got my arm straight. Pull that hand up pull it down both directions, giving yourself some circles in both directions. This is really important for people, you've got carpal tunnel, you've got all this computer work we're doing these days, all the things, even hobbies on the computer. So it's really good to keep that movement and stretching around the arms and the wrists. And you can do the exact same thing with your feet. You're sitting at your desk, lift one foot at a time. If you can do both feet at the same time, let's do that. Point those toes straight down, point them down. Lift them, pick them up, bring those toes towards your shin bones. Okay. Do some circles with those feet. Get those ankles working. Take those circles in the opposite direction. Okay. Wrist, ankle circles and stretches are oftentimes overlooked and something that we can absolutely do sitting at our desk and on a daily basis. And see how that helps. I mean, the foot, feet, and ankles are our foundation. See if that it does improve some pain or some joint issues, some walking issues. Next is a simple chest opener. You can either place both of your hands back behind you on your chair and just open up your chest, stick it out, shoulders back. This is going to allow for your chest to open up and for you to be able to breathe deeper. If you would like, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. That may not be comfortable for some, but if it is for you, that's another thing you might want to try. And this is a simple one, just stretching our chest, opening it up. Again, another thing as we sit at our desk or sit at our chair watching TV, we tend to round our shoulders and close that chest up. So let's get it open. Let's remind ourselves to open it, which I love leads into the next, that it leads into the next stretch. I often pair these two together. We just did a chest opener. Now we're going to reach up and do a nice side stretch. Okay, opening up the ribs, stretching, nice and deep stretches. And always make sure we do both sides. Again, I love pairing the two together, a chest opener followed by a nice couple of side stretches. And if I'm going too fast, or if you would like me to review any of these, please let me know. Okay. The next one can be done standing or seated, just a toe touch. So if you want to stand up, you can absolutely stand up. You hinge from your hips. You may not be able to see me, but we're just going to do a flat back and hinging from our hips. Okay, just forward fold, try to reach towards your toes. And if you prefer to stay seated, that's absolutely fine. What you can do is extend one foot straight while you're seated, leaving one planted on the floor for stability purposes, and then just hinge from your hips and reach towards your toes. Okay? So if you want to stay seated, if that works better for you, one foot on the floor, one leg straight, reach towards those toes. Once you're finished, put that foot back on the floor, straighten the other leg, and reach. But again, this is only if you're seated. Now, if you're already standing, go ahead and stay standing. I saw you standing, Lynn. We'll skip real quick to the quad stretch. That's a simple, this one is does need to be done standing. Is just grab that ankle and see if you can pull your heel to your glute muscle. Okay? Can you grab your ankle? And you can always use like a towel or a yoga strap or something to wrap around your ankle and work to pull it up if you can't use your hand. Okay. Okay, so just bringing the ankle up towards the glute. Stretching the front of our legs. And you can do this one while you're talking on the phone even, or just having a conversation with your partner or whatever, just start stretching. And last on our list of gentle stretches is back to a seated one, is the figure four. This one is, you start with sitting nice and tall, both feet are on the floor. And then let's start with our left leg. We're going to place our left ankle on our right knee, if you can. And by doing that, by placing our left ankle on our right knee, we're making a figure four, and that's it. Okay, so your left knee is falling out to the side. Your left ankle is laying top, I'm sorry, on top of your right knee, and you have a figure four. Your hips are open. If you want to push that left knee down a little bit, if that intensifies your stretch, feel free to do that. And as always, make sure you do both sides. So if you did your left ankle on your right knee, let's take that right ankle and place it on our left knee. Probably going to notice one's a little tighter. One side might be a little tighter, probably the right for most people. But that's what we get to notice the differences, and we can work and stretch a little longer on the side that's tighter. You can always give it a few extra seconds than the other side. So those are our gentle stretches, almost all of which can be done seated at your desk or at home. Next, we're going to review posture resets. So I recommend everyone do a body scan, just a self-body mental scan. Get these cues embedded into your memory. You can write them down, keep them on a note to start, but check all these points. Okay. So let's say you've got a little reminder on your phone. You're going to start doing a body scan and your alarm goes off. What are we going to look for? Is my spine long or is it rounded? Am I slumping? Make sure your spine is nice and long. Let's pretend there's a little string of pearls at the top of your head pulling you. Okay, they're pulling you up. Is your jaw soft? Do you tend to clench when you're focused or stressed? Another thing I didn't put on here though is also where's your tongue? Where's your tongue placement? You should keep that on the roof of your mouth when you're at rest. It should be on the roof of your mouth. Are your shoulders rolled down and back? And are they relaxed? Or are they up here and are you rounded because you're stressed? Okay. Ears should be over shoulders, not forward head, or not way back here, depending on your posture. Shoulders should be over your hips, not leaning forward, over your thighs, not backwards over your chair. If you are standing, your hips should be over your knees. If you are seated, you should be sitting tall on your sit bones, those bones at the base of your glutes. Okay. You should be sitting tall on your sit bones. And then if you're standing, your feet should be under your hips and your knees. If you're seated and you're sitting tall on your sit bones, it's nice to keep a 90-degree angle at your hips and knees because that keeps your knees over your feet and it keeps your hips underneath your shoulders. So we want to do this body scan so that we're not grinding. We're not slouching. We're keeping ourselves relaxed. Our posture is where it should be. This gives us better energy flow. It helps with breathing. It helps reduce stress. And it helps with little things like even tension headaches. If you're starting to recognize that you're carrying a lot of tension in your shoulders while you're at your desk, or grinding can lead to neck pain and pain in the head because there's a vertebrae and a nerve that runs through there right back in here. So all these little things can actually add up over time to really help us in every aspect of our life. So posture resets and stretches are very important. Again, these slides will be sent out by Reggie, and then you can take this list, print it or copy it, and use this as a checklist to check your posture. Okay, walk with intention. I know we all know how to walk, but let's walk with intention. Are we getting up and moving every hour? 30 minutes would be even ideal, even if it's for 1 minute. Okay, every 20 to 60 steps count. Just a few minutes can help, and they add up over the course of the day, bringing more oxygen to the brain, lifting your mood and your energy, helping clear mental fog. Tips to incorporate more movement. Take the stairs whenever possible. Skip the elevator if you can, or the escalator. Walk up and down your hallway or around your yard for a quick break. You don't have to go around the neighborhood or have a scheduled set 30 minutes every day. It can be 5 minutes. Park further away when you go to the store or to doctor's appointments. Move during commercials, or if some people don't deal with commercials anymore, pause the streaming. Or Netflix might remind you, are you still watching? During those times, that's a good opportunity to take and go walk around the house for 2 minutes. Okay, these add up over time. Or if you're like me, I love audiobooks, or if someone's talking to me on the phone, that's a great time to just move. Okay. So this is again mindful movement, adding active daily living, and it doesn't always have to be formal workouts. These things add up over time to overall well-being. So we're going to move more, walk with intention. So I call movement bits. How can we incorporate these movement bits into every day? And I'm giving a lot of examples here, but just trying to get the point across. And so I'm going to go through them. Let's walk while the coffee brews. We're going to do 2 laps around the house before we take a work break. We're going to do some calf raises while brushing your teeth. If you don't know what calf raises are, you're just taking your toe raises. You're raising up on your tippy toes and putting that heel back down. So when you're standing, you're just raising those toes and raising those heels up and down. Stand up and sway during a song if you're listening to some music. I'm going to jump over to the other side real quick. Take a dance break. Take a dance break. Everybody loves dance. Uh, yes, absolutely. Replace scrolling with walking for 2 minutes. I know that's something that I am working on. Instead of when I pick that up, instead of using that as a break, doom scrolling, look at all the negativity out there these days. It's much better to put that down and just go walk around your yard. If you have a fur baby, maybe just take them out and throw the ball for a minute or whatever they enjoy doing. Wiggle your toes and do ankle rolls under the desk. We talked about earlier. Shoulder rolls every time you send an email. Squat to pick things up instead of bending over, which really helps the back. I recommend that anyway. So squat down instead of bending over from the hips. Take a 1 minute walk after every meal. Every time you stand up, reach for the ceiling. You're getting those side stretches. Reach, reach. Okay, we said take a dance break. Walk the driveway or sidewalk after checking the mail. Lunge down your hallway. Every time you go up and down it, every time you can remember. Stretch when you open the fridge instead of snacking. Do some wall push-ups while you're waiting for the shower to warm up. Just put those hands, put your hands right on top of your shoulders, put them up against the wall, step back. That's your proper position. Okay, then you can just go back and forth, do some wall push-ups. This is every time I go through a doorway, I do a chest opener. So you just Yep, just hold your arms out to the side every time you go through the doorway. Let that doorway open you up, stretch for a second, and keep going. Do some side steps while you're folding laundry. It helps with the thigh muscles. Balance on one leg while you're cooking, but make sure you do both legs. And then just gentle neck stretches every time you refill water. So when you attach little things like this to everyday tasks, duties, chores, or things you enjoy, you start to add more over time to your daily life. Okay. So I call these movement bits, things that you can incorporate to every day. And take a breath. Take a breath. We need oxygen to support all of our functions. And in order to do so, we need to take deep breaths. I find myself to be a shallow breather. It is very hard. I have to remind myself constantly. It stems from poor posture. And from, I will tell you, like trauma can help you have shorter breaths because you've been kind of maybe stuck in fight or flight or freeze or fawn. So any of these things can lead to just not breathing deeply. So here are some tips to make sure that you're breathing deeply and giving your body what it needs daily. So you're going to lengthen your exhale. So try to exhale 2 seconds longer than you inhale. This is a method to calm down the nervous system. The longer exhales calm down the nervous system. Okay, so we're going to also check our posture. Slouching can limit breathing. That's going to go back to those posture resets. Do that body scan, make sure everything's in alignment so you can breathe more clearly and openly. Try to nose breathe when possible because that supports your diaphragm and helps filter air. Try doing a morning reset, one slow breath before you check your phone or even step out of bed. Use visual clues like Doors, deepen your breath every time you walk through. Like I said, every time I walk through a door, I do a chest expansion. So use some kind of visual clue every time your dog barks, you're gonna do a deep breath. I mean, depending on what kind of dog you have, that might be a lot, but hey, it's helpful, right? Um, Sigh on purpose. Long audible exhale releases tension. So when you're taking in a deep breath, sigh on purpose. Just let out a sigh. Make sure you can hear that exhale. Place your hands on your ribs a few times a day because when we do this, we can feel if the ribs are expanding like they should when we're deep breathing. Because you often think about our chest rising, our belly rising when we inhale, but you should really feel that breath in your ribs too. It should be going this way and this way. Okay, so we want to fill up that entire cavity. So place your hands on your ribs a couple of times to see if you're really expanding all around with your breath. Take a slow breath while you're washing your hands as a built-in reminder. Hum on the exhale to stimulate the vagus nerve. We talked about sighing. You can also mm, humming can really help stimulate the vagus nerve and get you calmed down. And then it's kind of a like an audible reminder about your focusing on your breath right now. So I incorporate that into some of my breathwork practices. Relax your jaw and tongue. A tight jaw is tighter breathing. So we keep talking about those tight jaws. Okay. Open a window and take 3 breaths of fresh air. Just a reminder to get fresh air. Yeah. Lie down once a day with a book on your belly and watch it rise and fall. We're just looking for things that help you remember and give you visual cues, whatever works for you. Be sure we unclench our belly. A soft belly equals easier diaphragm movement. I know that a lot of us try to suck it in and keep that tight. Just relax. Relax those abdominal walls and breathe. You can do your side body stretch a couple of times a day. We went over that earlier. Make sure there's space for those lungs and you're getting those breaths into your rib cage area as well. And then end each day with 5 slow breaths to cue sleep mode. This really can help sleep. I have to use this one definitely. So start the day with some long breaths, end the day with some long breaths. Use these cues throughout the day, specifically, predominantly posture and not constricting ourselves. Okay, so making sure we are breathing. Additional tools that help to get these movements in, like we've been discussing. Okay, so we talked about phone alarms or app reminders. Hourly stand, check your posture reset, take a breath. So you can put those on your phone or an app. There's wearable trackers like Apple Watch and Fitbit and buzzes every time you've been still for too long. There are movement and breathing apps out there. I don't condone any one. I put a few up here that are as an example, but choose what works for you. There's so many different apps that are geared towards these exact things. Okay. Visual cues like sticky notes or symbols. Like I might put a sticky dot on the doorway to remind me, oh yeah, I need to be stretching my chest when I walk through that one. Or maybe I put a sticky note and write the posture reset tips on it and put it by my computer so I remember exactly what I should be checking every hour to make sure that I'm not slumping and that I'm breathing properly. Movement built into existing activities, like we discussed earlier. Hand washing, slow breaths. Commercials, take a stretch break. You can have step count goals and you can use your phone or those wearable trackers to kind of keep you on task. Oh, I'm only at 3,000 steps today. My goal is 6. Better get up and move. You can use desk tools like wobble cushions, standing desks. There's fidget pedals you can actually move your feet on, or even those stability balls, those big round balls that you can sit on instead of a chair sometimes can get you moving a little bit more. And then many mobility props left in plain sight, like leave your yoga mat out. Maybe you're suffering from plantar fasciitis and you keep that tennis ball laying around so you can rub that foot while you're sitting at your desk. Keep those things around, and sometimes just simply seeing them can stimulate, oh, I should go do that right now. And then have an accountability buddy. Be accountable with a friend. Did you move today? Did you check in and share one challenge that you had today? Just have someone that you can check in with. That helps a lot. So these are some tools that can help you do these things. And so once you've got all this knowledge, you've got your tools, you've got your support, you're ready to go, you're going to make your weekly movement plan. You're going to pick what works for you. And it's most important to pick what works for you and what you like and enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, it's likely not going to happen. Choose movements that feel good. I'm not a big fan of the no pain, no gain uh, saying. Let's choose what feels good. Okay. Now, of course, if you're doing some wall push-ups and it starts to get a little tough after you've done 12 reps, that's okay. But we're not looking for burn and pain right now. Plan for two bigger movement sessions each week. Try to take a longer walk or a class, or maybe do some intentional strength training with some bands or something. Or even squats, as we mentioned. You don't have to have equipment for these things. Add 3 tiny movement breaks into each day. Any of the things we mentioned, try to shoot for 3 a day. And then, as a reminder, pair movement with things that you already do, such as brushing your teeth, coffee break, phone alarm, waiting on the microwave. And then I'm going to give me just a second. I'm going to step out of this presentation for a second and share my screen. I have created a handout. And let me know when y'all can see it. Okay, awesome. So this is a handout that Reggie will get to you all, and you can print this out for once a week. And you're going to choose 2 things per week up from up here. You're going to either walk outside, gentle yoga or stretching, strength or balance exercises, or you can choose your own. Choose any activity or movement you enjoy that elevates your heart rate. You're going to choose 2 to 3 of these per week, and you can check them off each week. You're going to choose 3 of these each day. Okay. And that's 2 minutes of marching in place, shoulder rolls or posture reset, slow breathing with your hand on your heart and belly, or ribs for 2 minutes, short walks indoors or outside, balance on one foot for 30 seconds per foot, 1 minute arm circles. These are just examples, gentle stretches for 5 minutes, or perform any movement you enjoy for 3 minutes. And if you'll see here, there's a day of the week for each week with 3 boxes so that you can check off and track that I got my 3 things in for this day. I got my 3 things in for this day. And then thank you, Nergy. We're going to pair our move. We're going to figure out ways that we can pair movement with existing habits. So we're going to pick one daily cue that becomes your reminder to move. If it's your brushing your teeth, coffee break, waiting on the microwave, phone reminder alarm, or I left a line here for another cue. And then you can write your weekly go in here on the next line. Every time I brush my teeth, I do 10 marches in place. Okay. And then I have a little space at the bottom for your notes and ideas. What helps you move more? What did you enjoy? What can you try next? Or maybe you want to write down what you did on step 1. You want to detail some of the longer movements that you did. So this is a great little printout for once a week to just track how you're doing. So I wanted to make sure y'all had that. And let me go back to my presentation. All right. And we are to our guided practice. Okay. So do we have any questions? I think now would be a best time for questions if we have any, because that way when we end with the guided practice, you're free to go if you have that nice relaxed energy. Are there any questions on any of these things that I brought up today?
I think your timing for questions is perfect, Jessica. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions, or has anyone else found something that maybe wasn't mentioned that's worked for them. John, did you want to say something?
Just that this stuff is very helpful. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
You're so welcome, John. Thank you.
It really
I,
is. It's like I try to stretch and like I do some of this stuff, but like this is helpful. If that makes sense. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And I really appreciate your feedback.
Thank you for that, John. And I agree. I'm grateful that you made the handout, but I just really, oh, Lynn, did you want to say something? Go ahead.
I forgot my question and then I remembered it. It's like I've not been conscious about my tongue. And you say when
Mm.
it's relaxed, it's at the roof of your mouth. And I thought it was like in the bottom of my mouth when it's relaxed, but I just was conscious of being relaxed and my mouth was on the top of roof of my mouth. So I'll be more conscious of that. This has been a great presentation to
Thank you.
organize how I stretch and do yoga. We lost Silver and Fit when I'm a member of Kaiser Permanente, and I've been flailing this year because we lost that. It was really organized. It was great yoga, great stretching, and this will give me direction to fill in the gaps. So thank you so much.
Oh,
It's really well done.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Lynn.
I appreciate that, Lynn. Yes, and I agree. It's so fantastic, Jessica, how accessible you made this, and that we can be empowered as we move through our day to connect our regular actions with maybe bigger actions or movements, and be use visual cues. I mean, just I'm just so thrilled. So, and I will be getting that handout to you all and these beautiful slides. Jessica always makes gorgeous slides. So fabulous. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to hopefully folks if you want, I'm very delighted to have you, email me and just let me know what's working for you if you feel like it, or if you want to utilize me as a person to say, hey, I had a few days this week where I was able to, reach the goals I had for myself or whatever, because it is that's always nice for me. I like that, the social part, that connection, just getting a witness, because the little things we do to benefit the quality of our life make a really big difference in the whole of our life and in how we interact with the world. And so you're all always welcome to let me know. Okay, Jessica. Well, I am going to invite you to do the guided practice, and in your wisdom, at the end of that, if folks, you're welcome to just carry that good energy with you for the rest of the day, and we'll just quietly close out. And
That sounds
and
great.
thank you. Oh, and it's Lynn said, if anyone wants a moving check-in buddy, yes, there it is. Okay,
I love
love
it.
that.
And also, just building on what Reggie said, if there's any class that you would like to see, if you would like to see an expansion of this, if you would like to say, hey, teach me a workout routine for at home that doesn't involve any equipment, anything that you would like to see, I have a background in pretty much a lot of aspects of physical health. So please let Reggie know if there's anything that you would like to see. All
Yes,
right.
great point. Great, super.
Yeah,
Thanks for that, Lynn, and thank you, Jessica. Okay, I'll turn off my mic.
Thank you.
thank you. All right, so I'm going to invite everyone. If you would like to keep your screen on, you can. If you would like to turn it off, it's up to you. I'm going to invite everyone to sit where they are or to lay on the floor if that is something you would prefer. And just relax back in your chair or on the floor and close your eyes if that feels safe to you. And if it doesn't, then you can leave your eyes open. And I'm going to give everybody a couple of deep breaths to just kind of get centered and orient to the now. We're going to begin by taking in a deep breath through our nose, letting the breath come in deeply into our lungs as our chest expands, our stomach expands, and our ribs expand as we fill the air in all directions, north, south, east, and west. Our exhale can be released through our nose or our mouth, elongating that exhale just a little bit long, making it a little longer than your inhale. Continuing those breaths deep in through your nose, letting every bit of oxygen seep into your torso, north, south, east, and west. Relaxing our belly, relaxing our jaw. We're going to start to do a little body scan. As we continue to breathe, we're going to start at the crown of our head and work our way down. Do we feel any tension in any specific part of our face? Is your brow furrowed? Is your jaw clenched? Where's your tongue? Let's be sure to keep our jaw relaxed and our tongue soft on the roof of our mouth. As we make our way down towards our toes, we're going to do a scan and check our neck, check our shoulders. Are they tense? Are they soft? Are they rolled down and back? Are they pulled forward too much? What do our shoulders need to be right now? How do they feel? What do they need? And maybe you need to shake them out a little bit, and that's okay too. Continuing our way down as our chest open, as it closed forward. Make sure that our chest is open, we're expanding as we breathe in, giving plenty of space. Working our way down, our abdomen is relaxed. Our arms are relaxed. They can be in our lap. They can be on the side, on the floor. If you're laying down, maybe you have a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. Keeping that relaxation going as we just continue our body scan through our hips and our pelvis. Is it tight? What is it trying to tell us today? Bringing awareness to your body, relaxing and letting it go. Maybe the hips are telling you to try figure four in a little bit. Listen. Continuing our way down our legs, making sure they're relaxed. If you're laying on the floor, just letting your feet fall to the sides. If you're sitting in your chair, just letting those legs relax and do whatever feels comfortable right now. Maybe you want to do some circles with your ankles to get any tension released from your feet. Wiggle your toes, squeeze them hard, curl them under and release. We've done a full body scan, checking for tension, checking for relaxation, and checking for posture. Continuing our deep breaths, trying to only think about your breath at this moment. Feeling it, giving you the energy you need, the oxygen you need, the life force that you need. And as we stay in this space for a few more minutes, as we hold our breath, as we hold space for ourselves, I want you to think of one intention to set for today. One small intention, whether it be I'm going to stop and breathe deeply 2 more times today. Maybe it's I'm going to walk to the end of the driveway today. Or it could be as simple as I'm going to love myself today. And I'm going to do it with deep breath. Let's set that intention. And whether you're seated or laying down, I want you to take your next deep breath in and choose either an audible sigh, hum. Remember, I can't hear anything. Or regular breath. So deep breath. Or maybe it's a hum, whatever's works for you. Wherever you're at, want you just to start wiggling your toes and your fingers, bringing awareness to your present state. And do one more mental body scan from crown to toes, noticing any tension, tightness, or sensations feeling in your body. And when you're ready, you're welcome to open your eyes. Continue to breathe, do some neck rolls, do a chest opener, whatever feels good for you. Maybe reach up. Whatever feels good for you. Listen to your body. Give it the movement it's asking for. And thank you so much for your time today. From this point, if you would like, you're welcome to log off. I'm going to hang around for a couple minutes if anyone needs anything else. If not, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Reggie.
Jessica, where do you practice?
So I'm based in Portland, Oregon, and I do I have a club here, well, the Lloyd Athletic Club that I do some stuff at, and then I do Zoom and phone coaching sessions with people.
Great. Will your contact information? I have friends in Portland, so I
Oh,
can.
okay. Thank you. Reggie, I don't know that, I mean, can you share that? I mean, I'm happy for you to have it if that's not crossing any.
Oh, no, it's not crossing any. Let me put it right here in the chat so that people can just easily copy paste. Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay. So will you give me which contact information you want in there? Like yes, which email or which? Oh, you're putting it in. That makes way more sense.
Well, okay, that's absolutely
That's
fine.
totally
There,
fine.
so
You go ahead. There we
there's
go.
my website, but I will also give you my number.
Because I don't even think I have that actually. You're
Well,
right, because it's new.
I'm rebranding and
Of
building a
course.
website for here because I had moved from Lynn, I moved from Louisiana over the summer to here. So my other company was geared towards that demographic.
Region.
Yeah. And so I'm rebranding and I just feel like this made more sense.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
And if
Great.
anyone wants to know, the three dots at the top, you can save the chat. And I've done that, and I had trouble at first finding it. It's like, well, where does the chat save? And it saves it puts a folder, a Zoom folder in your email or in your computer, I guess. And
Mhm.
that's where the chat is saved. So
Oh, wonderful.
That's an excellent tip. I did not know that, Lynn. Thank you.
I see it now too. Thank you.
Oh, that's so great.
I love that.
So all the bonuses for being in community and sharing our collective knowledge. Well, thank you again, Jessica. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lynn. Thank you, Penny. And have a beautiful afternoon.
Thank you all so much.
See
you
you
all
next
too.
time.
Bye bye.